game. DreamHack Fall Asian Closed Qualifier. We are in the winner bracket round of 16. The system, easy as it is. You win 2 matches, you are in the main event. If you lose 2 matches, you're out. Today we got the winner bracket, tomorrow we got the lower bracket, and our first match of this tournament is Yumiko versus Lin Guagua.
Human versus Orc. On Concealed Hill we start off with. For the hero choices here, normally we don't have much variance. It's going to be AM versus Farseer. But when Yumiko's in the game, you always have to think, is the little dwarf going to go for his favorite hero, the king under the mountain? But that's not the case here. We have AM instead. I think at least once this series we're going to see MK though.
Probably. It's Yumiko after all, so why not? Okay. Here we are, our first map, Concealed Hill. In the top right, we see Lin Guagua, and in the bottom left, we have Yumiko. Of course, the all-time achievements speak in favor of Yumiko. You pointed it out, WCA 2014, second place. He was pretty successful around that time, 2013, 14, a little bit in 15. Since then, he focused on his streamer life, but 1 year ago, he stepped back from being only a caster, only a streamer, and made it into competition once again. Not ultra successfully yet, but always with fresh and interesting ideas.
What is going to be his idea here? There's 2 different schools of thought for human play that we see mostly from the top humans out there. What Infi introduced very successfully at WGL was 3 priests into mass breakers and no sorceresses at all, or no sorceresses for a long time. Either that style is usually what we see nowadays, or more what the Koreans are favoring, rifles. Footies into rifles, easier transition, easier creeping, also no sorceresses there, and looking to be more damage heavy with the rifleman and the mountain king. Normally, it's the Chinese still sticking to the breakers more so. We'll see what Yumiko chooses, and then it's going to be up to Guagua to respond. Early pressure into the Orc base here. Forces a cancel on the shop, and 1 burrow, right? But he's definitely not supply blocked.
No. It's an interesting idea. It's kind of Fortitude-esque. I think he caught Lin Guagua off guard here with this little push, and it was successful. Of course, it delays his level 2 and 3, which, looking at his mana bar, is not the greatest to not have the natural mana regeneration of the Archmage, but at least no damage done to his economy and to his units. Of course, a couple of exchanges here, but I think especially the shop cancel could hurt in the long run. Especially if he gets it again, which he does.
And Yumiko's doing a good job here, making sure he doesn't take too much damage from this. When you go for these pushes to the Orc base, the burrows can start to hurt. If you lose 1, 2, maybe 3 footmen, that can be quite problematic for the mid-game, where you still want to have them to creep up your Mountain King. Ooh, maybe a surround here. The Farseer wading into dangerous waters, but does not quite get surrounded. The shop this time will be finishing. Oh, the grunt. He almost got stuck, but also makes it out. TC now coming. More grunts as well. Question is, this Lodge, when is that going to be coming up? Because the purge timing will be crucial.
Yeah, Lodge is coming up now in the back. I was a little worried looking at the Slumber, but the Spirit Lodge was queued already. Cancels the shop for the 3rd time, and he's getting so much done with only a level 1 Archmage. The Claws maybe enabling that to a degree, but apart from that, he's doing a great job with his positioning, with his decision making, and it feels like Lin Guagua can't find a way out of this pressure.
Yeah, he's definitely seems to be surprised by the strategy, and yeah, I don't blame him because nobody really does this. Nice peon block here. Makes it harder for the footman to approach. Okay, this Lodge cancel would be a big deal. Does he have the damage for it though? Did he perhaps miscalculate? AM is coming in with the claws and the boot, but he has to give up on it. Doesn't get the Lodge. That one will be finishing in time. TC, is he gonna go for the Stomp here? Doesn't have the best target, but gets 1 footy, I suppose, at least. But yeah, still only on 2 burrows here. That is a little problematic. No more grunts can be made at the moment. Is this shop now finally going to finish? I think so. Yumiko is far away from the Orc base now, healing up at the fountains. That's pretty nice. He saved pretty much all the footies. And he did annoy Guagua quite successfully here and slow him down. But the AM still isn't even level 2.
Yeah, this was a big investment into the early game. And we'll see where it takes him in the mid game, because you kind of want to creep the Mountain King as fast as possible to level 3 as the TC is out a little earlier. You constantly have to catch up, but if you have to level both heroes, that's a problem. And Lin Guagua is not under so much pressure hero-wise because Farseer levels don't really matter that much in comparison.
You're gonna get this cancel again. And this one definitely does hurt. The grunts need some healing. Cancel is forced. First shaman is out. But, well, now he's completely out of mana. So is the AM though. Couldn't he militia call the green camp maybe? Well, I guess not at the moment as the sanctums are being set up. But they're gonna be finished in just a second. And man, that shop has been cancelled, what, 3 times? 4 times
Four
maybe?
times, yeah.
And now finally Guagua is like, alright, I guess I'm gonna put it in the bag. God damn it. It's gonna be further away from me. I can't get the salve so quickly, but at least this time it's gonna finish.
He tried this position before and it got cancelled, but this time Yumiko is on the other side of the map, is focusing on his own progress and decides to go for the middle. Interesting. Pretty much the first creep spot, or the second creep spot of his game, and it's the biggest one on the map. But Mountain King and Archmage both very XP hungry. Farseer sees this. If he gets lasted here, it's pretty much a ruined mid game.
Oh, really important. But goes to the human, gets level 2. The big item is the Hood of Cunning, which is rather disappointing, but decent experience. Yeah, this creep out is really cool. First shown by Infi. Pressure, harass. Infi does it with a little bit more creeping at the beginning, but then fall back, use the militia, go with the MK for the snipe, and there's very little you can do about it. Even if the TC comes in with the rest of the army, the likelihood that you steal the last hit and get some kills is pretty low because of how valuable militia are there. Farseer in trouble, doesn't watch there where he's going, has to be careful, has to TP out or let him die. What's the better choice? Hard to say. Seems like there's no clear good one. Lets him die, saves the TP. The TC still wants to engage into a fight without a first hero. I'm
not too sure if that's the right call, but maybe he can get 2 priests here. Yep, first one out, second one being blocked. Almost no range damage anymore as the headhunters aren't there, but the wolves trying to clean this up. TC in trouble now after the clap. Let's see if the second priest dies as well. Oh, resummons the wolves and let him get away. But, okay, priest killed. Farseer should be back in a second.
I really like the early headhunter. We saw that a little bit from Lin as well, right? Not going too heavy on the headhunters, maybe 2, maybe 3, and use them to snipe casters, the priest especially, early on already. He got 1 priest with that. He almost got a second one. It was super close. The wolves couldn't quite get there, the kill in the end. But now we have breakers coming, and this is always the toughest human, the toughest unit for the orc to deal with. How's Guagua gonna do that?
Good question, man. In the past, he avoided fights in the late game, went for a lot of raiders, started some base races in multiple matchups. So far, this is all standard, with the exception of the early headhunter. So I wonder if he's making that transition down the road. Level 3 TC is crucial, is absolutely mandatory in this matchup. Farseer again in a little bit of trouble. Gets more tankiness on the TC, who's a very tanky boy. With more strength, with more armor, and with more HP. But not too much impact in the fights here. And Yumiko, feeling brave. Seems like he's expanding here.
Going for a tower first into Expo. Alright. I think that's a proactive play against the Orc expansion. That is pretty much what we see all the time by Tier 2 Orc. This Expo for Lin Guagua here seems even a little late to compare what we've seen in the past. And I think this is where the harass comes back, where the lumber was very low for quite some time. He also went for reinforced defenses, so that's cost him some more lumber. But of course, a very valuable upgrade to have. And now the expansion is coming down, Great Hall starts, but that is gonna be so much slower than the humans.
Yeah. That's supposed to be faster, but Yumiko is on the other side of the map. That gives Lin Guagua a lot of time trying to wreck this. And Farseer scouted all of this. I'm pretty sure he saw the expansion as well. So he knows he's under a little bit of pressure. Opens up the laboratory. Maybe going for Zeppelin plays.
That could be a very strong play. Drop in behind the wall, use the lightning shield, and kill these peasants. They are definitely the weakest part of the human... Nice, not exactly army, but of the human play. And here we go, Zeppelin coming. Is it scouted though? Does he see it? There's Kodos retreating from the lab without heroes around, so I think he should know. and should get ready for the Zeppelin drop. But he wants to find a kill as well. Nice purge on the Mountain King, but the Murlocs wake up and ensnare the Kodo. That is unlucky.
Lin Guagua trying to go for a lot of Kodos here, I guess, to eat the breakers. And man, this AoE damage is costing Yumiko big time. Complete peasant line wipeout. Oh,
it was a little late there with the TP. I think that should have been a lot faster. Oh, and the speed scroll, Zeppelin away, and now he can go over to the expansion, kill more peasants there, and he still has a TP if he needs to use it to get out from that position.
There is mana on the TC, I think, for more storms. Okay, Yumiko is ready this time. Can't harass the Orc expansion. Lin Guagua is doing a wonderful job of buying time for this. Lightning Shield harass. Another clap against the Orc units. How much damage can he do? Can he take out more of these peasants? He's trying to invest all of his mana. Gets 1 kill, gets 2 kills. Not too many though. And TP's out. But damage done. Time bought.
Yeah. Well done there by Yumiko, going over to the expansion, keeping it safe very quickly. His response to the drop into the main was a little bit slow maybe, but at the expansion he was absolutely there right away when he needed to. And yeah, it wasn't that much damage by Guagua over at the Expo, but perhaps more importantly, he bought time for his own expansion to finish, which is now only seconds away from completion. But as far as army size goes, we still have, not the big 60-65 where the Orc can get quite scary. But of course, the human also will scale quite impressively here, the more breakers he's gonna get.
Yeah, and hero levels, of course, as well. Maybe even some upgrades. Do we have the blacksmith already? He's building... Oh, Griffin Aviary. That's interesting. Is he expecting Wyvern? Or is this against the Zeppelin? Which is kind of weird. Not too sure if I like that choice.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the two purposes it has. Against Wyvern in case you need him, and also to scout for the Zeppelin. It's not that expensive being on 2 base, I think you can afford it. By the way, the sentry on the left side of the map, really well placed earlier by Yumi. Guagua is known for these run-by styles, so you want to make sure you have that on your radar and try to prevent it as much as you can. That's one raider going down, speed scroll gonna run out, MK can find more kills, and Yumiko is picking away at this Orc army little by little.
Yeah, I like his play a lot. Very aggressive in the early, then switching gears, being more defensive. Stop with all the harasses, knowing that there could be run-bys. And even prepared for these run-bys at the expansion, where 2 priests are parked, instant dispel. And so, no lightning shield damage done here.
Yeah, that is just excellent play by Yumiko. Oh, the lightning shield kills the shaman. Yikes, that feels a little bad. But not that expensive. Yumiko's just ready for these plays. It looks like they have played on ladder quite a bit before, and Yumiko has suffered at this run-by plenty of times, and he is taking no chances this game.
Absolutely. Seems to be really important for him. He looks very, very, very prepared, as you say. And Lin Guagua, so far, his style is not working out too well. In WCG, we had this crazy game against Yumiko that came down to, pretty much the last building. Especially on Aquilds. That was wonderful, but so far, can't get a grasp of this game at all.
Are you perhaps talking about Shockwave?
Shockwave!
Shockwave Invisor!
Dude, casting in Korean is so easy to say the spell names and end in and do some and then you're fine.
It's so good, dude. I love those casts.
We love the guys.
A little bit of farm wall here as well, making it harder for the expansion, the town hall to be attacked, and more towers coming up. That always seems like a smart idea against run-bys. MK finds more kills with a storm model 4 already, lots of potions. And tier 3 tackle.
Ooh, maybe it is 4 griffins then. Yumiko, always refreshing to see. There's like, when does he ever play a standard game? Stormbolt on an illusion? Not that great. But yeah, he always has some tricks up his sleeve.
Invis Hawks, also pretty good, scouting around the map. Hasn't seen the Orc army though in a while, but he just happens to be in the right spot outside his main. Guagua committing in deep into the back, looking for peasant kills again. And these can't be remade during the tech, of course. So this is really annoying. But, only one goes down. Nice saves on the other ones. Even catches the Zeppelin. Guagua will have to TP out of this.
Again,
But
that's
trying to
becoming,
buy as much time as he can.
it's becoming a little expensive, and he knows the tier 3 tech now, so how is he gonna follow that? With bad riders, with more raiders? Gonna be interesting what his response is, because at least he got reinforced defenses, unlike Cash had against, what was it, the Muslim or something?
Yep.
Yep.
That can hurt very quickly. Does he have upgrades of any kind? No, no blacksmith, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, one peasant died here in the gold mine, but you can replace them relatively easy with the lumber peasants, so it should be fine. He should be fine. More gold invested. 2 heal scrolls, an invo potion, mana potion, 3 heal scrolls. He seems very ready to fight.
Oh.
Has the supply lead, and of course Yumiko is still waiting for his tier 3 to finish.
Illusion on the TC and the real TC invis. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
It's a nice distraction play. If Yumiko is paying very close attention, though, he could notice that there's no endurance aura going on, so he could figure out this is the wrong one. But TC reveals himself first with a decent stomp, starting things off with. Getting focused right after Stormbolt and Clap. Has the invul though, still. Chain Lightning rattling through. TC needs to be using this invul here very, very soon, and he does. Invul on the MK as well. Mana Potion popped. Heal Scroll as well in the mix here. And this human army suddenly doesn't even look so big, these Dragon Hawks. Oh, the TC though, he's in trouble. He gets Stormbolted and focused, and nothing to save him here. The Zeppelin a little bit too late. Couldn't save the second hero. With the TC going down, this Orc army becomes a lot weaker. But Yumi still falling back. TC returns from the tavern. No mana, but he still has a heal scroll.
Yeah, use the mana potion before. The aura alone might be worth it though. And of course you don't want to fall behind in experience. So if you have 2 bases, that might be right. Next Clap hits a lot of this army. Dragonhawks might be able to deal with the Shaman down the road, but at the moment they're not putting in that much damage, to be honest. TC, is he just dying for the second time? Stormbolt hits him in the back. Ooh, that was scary. But wait a minute, there's another Stormbolt. Not willing to dive so deep for it. Chain Lightning rattling through. Grunts establish a pretty good front row, but I don't think this is enough. Militia coming in as well.
And the MK Clap is really starting to rack up. We see another one right here. There's going to be another Clap very soon with that level 2 Brilliance Aura. Guagua has run out of heal scrolls. The TC is bringing one more from the shop off cooldown now. Also has a TP to get out if he needs. Uses the heal scroll first, wants to keep on battling. Both sides losing plenty of units here.
Yeah, but now these Shaman are so accessible. If this Mountain King gets the mana potion, he can clap them all to death. While a lot of breakers are still up for him. And is that the play? Not yet. Relying on the Brilliance Aura to give him mana back for this. But Lin Guagua...
Mana potion might be on cooldown as well. There's only 2 in the shop, and then they have a long cooldown. He already bought 2. Oh, the TP out. How much can it save? Almost everything.
One Shaman in the back dying. So, checking for the stomachs. 1 Peasant, 1 Breaker, 2 Breakers. Not bad. What supply-wise, we're down 52 to 50. Equal exchange, I guess, but now we got the problem of human tier 3.
Exactly. This is where human has the potential to greatly outscale the orc with a 3rd hero, with an orb. Well, I guess orb in this matchup doesn't really do much, but the staff is nice, and the caster upgrades as well. Inner Fire, really good, and maybe Polymorph, although that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense with so few Sorks being in here. And of course, Griffins. Griffins, could they work? I think they might. There's not really many headhunters at all.
Yeah, I mean, you can always counter with Bad Riders, but then you counter with armor upgrades. Yumiko now has a blacksmith, so he can go for it. Lionhorn of Stormwind for this TC is absolutely excellent. The heroes are getting closer to 5-5. That goes for both of these players, actually, so... this will be nasty. This will be crazy hero spells on both sides.
There's level 5. Here we got it. There's 8 intelligence on the ground as well with the tome and the robe.
What's he dropping though? Oh, Archmage had some slots, so that's fine.
Yeah. You can give the telestaff away as well. I don't think he necessarily needs that on the MK. But it seems like he wants to keep it for those run-bys, which are still possible.
Alright, level 5 TC as well. We got a couple of subs coming in. Thank you as Leonard for the 8-month resub, Rextar for the 13-month. 13-month feels good, man. Let's go for more, for 13 more months. 8! Manic Marine, 3-month resub. Still so many breakers.
A player's forces are under attack.
At the moment, only 4, but I'm assuming there will be coming more. They are very good. Magic immune can steal the buffs. And the wolves! Look at that! With the control magic, suddenly these wolves belong to the human. Dude, yesterday was so weird. Twitch was kind of bugging out a lot. And the Warcraft 3 category was gone.
What?
You couldn't select it anymore. So then Grubby was streaming on StarCraft 2. And we were streaming on Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness.
Staying true to the original, not betraying the Warcraft franchise. I like it, Remo. I like it. Good choice. Maybe just chatting would have been a fitting category as well.
That would actually have been the proper category, yeah.
We got a Witch Doctor here. Always like that addition. More vision, always great. Can
Witch Doctor, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Let it go, man.
Oh, might be a creep check here. Supply-wise, we're even again. Invis on the Mountain King. 2 mana opponents, man. It's gonna be so many claps. So what do you do now as Lin Guagua? Like, you can't fight level 3 clap, really, can you?
If you have 5 heal scrolls, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Easy to
Yeah.
acquire, right?
MK level 5, super scary. Double mana. Oh my god, that's so many claps, dude.
I
Oh,
know. I just said it,
Jesus.
man. It's nasty. This is interesting, by the way, as none of these players is really eager to kill the other player's expansion. Like, these 4 bases are running for a long time already.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, and I'm quite impressed with Guagua being able to stay in this game so well when he was supposed to get outscaled. Here in the tower and the high ground now, if he gets up these towers, perhaps that's a way to fight against the clap. But now there's Blizzard as well as clap. Ooh, that's a lot of AoE.
Yep, I don't know if he can hold on. It's the high ground, but it has proven to be not the craziest factor. We got more to teams in as well. Another TC is all alone behind enemy lines. Catches the Storm Bolts, only level 2. Can try to go for the invul. Goes for the invul, but man, this AoE is just... it's just too much power.
Unlimited power! We have the towers finished now. Those are gonna help the orc a little bit. Oh my god, that AoE though.
Yeah, I think that's too much. I think that's the key. High level heroes. Good breaker line. No upgrades, by the way, which is a little bit surprising. Can he do something with Stomp and Chain Lightning, maybe? The Farsia has full mana.
Really like these more teams. Make a lot of sense against this entrenched position. Kodo's trying their best, but even if they get a few snacks off, there's always so many breakers still left. And Guagua is gonna be pushed away from the hill.
Yeah, this expansion didn't really pay off. TC again in trouble. Oh man, what a poor life. He's trying for the Hail Mary on the Archmage, but there's an invul. There's more Holy Light, I guess, now at least. So Farsia in trouble, TC in trouble. Finally spending some mana on the Chain Lightning, which I think would have been necessary way earlier. Level 2, which is probably the aura. And he knows GG. Yumiko wins map number 1.
Alright. With a tier 3 style, patient play, a lot of harass early game, but then falling back into a 2-base style, relying on the strength of the breakers and Mountain King in the late game. We saw that plenty of times before. We see it successful here again.
Yumiko very well prepared. I'm impressed. Like, the early game was a decision he made, obviously. Like, harassing, over-creeping himself. And the late sharp with 4 times cancel or whatever that was, that hurt Lin Guagua, slowed him down. Then switching gears, focus on himself, get the Expo up, get the MK to a high level. Also, smart unit additions. That was a very, very well played game by Yumiko.
Absolutely. Earlier by chat, Michael was mentioned. He's also playing today against Zhao Kai from a Korean viewer saying, Michael the Dessert Undead. Is that what the Koreans are calling him? The Dessert Undead? That's pretty funny. Koreans always on top of the memes. So we're in map 2. Northern Isles.
Invite
which,
her?
oh, wait, get it in?
No. There we go. Thank you very much. You're a wonderful host. Yeah, I don't know. This was reeking a little of desperation by Lin Guagua to go for the high ground and just try to establish that. But yeah, what are the odds really? What is the proper answer to an MK5? I guess the best thing you can do is mass air, because clap doesn't hit air.
I think the best example we saw of how to properly play against the top humans nowadays was by Lin. In fact, on Concealed, we saw that game against Infi, right? Which was so well done. You want to expand early, get a big army, control the map, control the fight, take the fights that you know you can win well. And even against Infi especially, there's an option to go more into grunts, as there's very few sorceresses for slow. We saw some sorcerers slow, but not too much of it, right? And maybe Guagua could have purged against it a little bit more. It felt like he always had mana to purge, maybe didn't use it enough for dispel of the slow, but it's certainly not easy. Once human gets to that stage, level 5 MK and breakers, lots of breakers, yeah. Haven't seen the most convincing response to that yet. And the game that I was mentioning, Infi versus Lin, that ended way before MK5, so I don't know. Should that be your game plan in general as Orc? You have to win before MK5?
I mean, you can still go for like hero focus with a high level storm and maybe a high level chain lightning.
At the moment you can.
Indeed. But it's also hard. The MK is so tanky, and especially in the late game, there was Holy Light. With an expansion, you always have the resources for items, and Yumiko never forgot about items, so... And yeah, especially with Inner Fire. Like, is that really possible? I'm not too sure. It's super rough. But I mean, if you go air, it's also kind of easily countered, right?
If you have enough time, but I think that might be where the brilliance of the top orc lies, knowing where the proper windows are for the right attacks. Throw in 3 Wyvern and attack them, fight them, while they still have to go for more breakers because they need the high breaker numbers of at least 8. So even with Devours, they're going to have enough left. And then it's not so easy to also fit in 2 or 3 Dragonhawks, as you will be quite scrapped for resources. I think a key here should be for the Orc to get up a solid early game and expand first. Expand first, have a slight economic lead, and force the momentum of the game with the priorities that you're setting, you know. That's at least how I feel. Lin is doing it, and of course Lin is the best in the world in this matchup, in my opinion. We have the AM starting off with a natural creep first, not the smaller green. Farseer is not scouting for it at all. He's not splitting the wolves for scouting, which seems pretty weird.
Yeah, walks into nowhere. I mean, he can always do a little damage in the main base if there's no arcane tower. But he lets him creep. That's a very fast level 2, especially in comparison to map 1, where it took like 6-7 minutes to hit that level. But good micro so far on the militia. This will cost a couple of resources. So Yumiko, are you sticking around with your militia? Yeah, he's trying the expansion Infi style. And again, he's taking a play off of Infi's playbook, right? We shouldn't say this too loud, but that does surprise me.
You had the creep route before by Concealed, very Infi inspired, and here the fast expansion as well. More and more humans are doing it. Maybe they feel like if they get the expansion up, they have a very good shot at winning the game. But especially on this map, we have seen those expansions become very expensive for the human as well, though. With Panda, with Shadowhunter, with Raiders, there's certainly going to be a window of vulnerability. And speaking of vulnerability, these peasants now against the Farseer and Wolves are going to have quite some trouble.
Ooh, let's see if he can get that expo up in the first attempt. Water Elemental trying to find these wolves, but 1 down already. Or 2 down already, I think. So this at least slows down the expansion. I don't know if you want to play this expansion against Lin Guagua when his biggest strength is the run-bys and raider play. Doesn't that open up another point of attack and feeds into Lin Guagua's playstyle?
It potentially does, but at the same time you can afford more TPs, more towers, more defensive security, against those run-bys if you have all those
Players' forces
resources.
are under
But
attack.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Panda second it is. Inspired here by Lin, it seems, who cleaned Infi off the map in just a few minutes. Can he do that here? The Breath of Fire is going to do good damage. The wolves were just summoned, so they can't be resummoned for a few seconds. But the grunt is here as well. Oh boy, that's a lot of damage.
Oh, good play by Lin Guagua so far. Next Breath of Fire is lining up. Could result in a double kill. There we go. Upper left and in the middle. This Panda is going to town. Already 65 experience for him. Can he kill the next one? That would stop production and leave the Town Hall vulnerable. I think he's doing it. What a hero peasant this is. Is it?
Oh!
Yes, it is. Just seconds away.
He's going to be honored at the peasant graveyard. He did a good job.
He needs a big graveyard. Hope it's not haunted.
Yeah, this is maybe a mass grave is appropriate for all these peasants that died here.
Yeah, shouldn't you build a town hall on that?
Players'
Like,
forces are under
on so
attack.
many graves? I'm not too sure.
Maybe it's cursed. Like
Maybe
those,
it's cursed.
like those Indian graveyard curses, whatever. Spooky. It's a spooky season, dude. Or, wait, when's Halloween again? Next
Yes,
month, right?
Next month, yeah. Are you going to dress up?
It always feels to me like... You also have a lag?
No, Fasio was almost dead. I'm fine.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, with the expo up, where do you go from here? You can, of course, continue this. You will not have a TC, you will not have a Shadow Hunter. So, this Panda doesn't scale incredibly well into the late game compared to the other heroes that we usually see. So, he needs to do damage, and Yumiko is once again doing a good play in threatening the heroes, slowing him down, gather more time to get the resources in, get the towers
Players'
up,
forces
and
are under
finally
attack.
start the tech.
Alright, quite surprised here to see him so successfully, so aggressively. I am still pretty far away from level 3. And quite soon there might be no time left for creeping. Because the Orc Tier 2 army is going to become a lot stronger with Ensnare, which we already see. And Spiritling and Dispel. We're going to have Lin Guagua becoming quite strong. Levels are missing, certainly. Panda only level 1, Farseer only level 1. But especially the Farseer on level 1 is quite good already.
Forces are under attack.
Even hits level 2 now. So now we have the Chain Lightning going for the AM right away. That might be a TP forced.
Good surround, but the... Oh! Chain Lightning! Didn't expect the Chain Lightning, didn't respect the damage, and boom, down he goes.
How could he not respect the zap damage?
Like, seriously, this still happens so many times that a Chain Lightning is killing a unit or a hero.
Yeah. Level 2, bought from the tavern again. That's like, what, 500 gold or something? Definitely expensive, but he has the resources. But now certainly all map control with the Orc, with the strength of the Tier 2. That grunt survives. Level 2 Panda now. Not opening up the natural, which I find surprising. Guagua could open up the natural and then keep pressuring on the map and probably get an expansion running. But, well, I guess he's not interested in 2-base play.
You know what? Guagua is supply stuck, only now building the burrow, and this keeps on happening to him in at least every second game. Maybe I should send a post-it to China that he can glue to his monitor. Build.
Ooh, that ultra kill would be so good.
Yeah.
That would prevent Mountain King for a long time. Yeah, he realizes.
Is he going through with this? No.
Footmen here trying to save the altar, save the base as best as they can. But of course, against the walkers and everything else, they're having a tough time now. So this is a lot of kills going to the Orc. And the AM getting surrounded here. One grunt is gonna fall, but the TP will have to be used here.
Good trade. Good trade. Gets 2 footmen as well during the town portal. And now
The wolves
Yumiko.
in the main.
What's
So many
left?
kills.
Yep, Wolves are still hungry. And he's building a shop right in his face. Still trying to get this altar. And there's 2 raiders here. There's another Breath of Fire. The Mountain King is only at 50%. I don't think we will see him in this game.
It's
Bye.
looking real rough right now. It's looking real rough, boys.
Lin Guagua,
So,
what a
do impression
hero.
right there.
And again, an expansion play on Northern Isles that's not working. Fast expansion play on Northern Isles that's not
Yeah.
working.
Is there still a way back into this? He's got plenty of gold still here, Yumi, but barely any peasants left in the main, only a single arcane. That arcane being skipped for so long was super greedy, and boy was he punished.
Wolves with Spirit Link, by the way. How tanky are they? They're really tanky.
Feeling hungry as well. It's a barbecue. It's a feast, I should say, against these peasants. Guagua didn't creep a single camp in this game, by the way.
Oh yeah, he got double level 3 just from his opponent's army. Nice. Really well played. Cool series. One exceptional game by Yumiko. Now one exceptional play by Lin Guagua, who adds a Demolisher for even more damage against buildings.
So hard to break this position with a shop here. There's so much sustain as well. There may not be any healing in this orc army as far as spells go, but there is from the shop.
Panda.
Even have a panda here for Yumi, but seems like he might be having a short reign as he's dead already.
Yeah, this one got bullied by his big brother. Oh man, I feel that. And next one up on the menu is the Archmage. Lin Guagua killing lots of buildings, lots of heroes. And with all this ensnare, with all this crowd control, this is double kill and double G.
Yep. There it is. GG, 1-1.
Lin Guagua keeping his Winnerbracket quarterfinal hopes alive. Damn. Cool series, man. I thought this would be more one-sided in Lin Guagua's direction, but it goes back and forth with cool ideas, with cool timings, with both players hitting their timing windows that they decide to go for very precisely. So I'm enjoying this. Are you enjoying this?
I'm having fun, Neil. Are you having fun?
I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
Our third map will be Echo Isles. That's the map that first saw all this human expansion play. Is of course a very good fast expo map, and for that reason has been getting vetoed a lot by orcs recently. But Lin Guagua leaves it in the pool.
Yeah.
He has a plan of what to do against a fast expansion.
Interesting, right? And this was the map where Lin Guagua and Yumiko played until the very last building with Shockwave. So hopefully they can recreate some magic. Would be worth it. Let's see. Do we know if we have any other results from the other playgrounds? While we're loading into the game, it's kind of hard to check because always stays on top. There we go. Yeah, guys, if you have any results for us in chat, let us know.
Yep. There's plenty of games going on at the same time, of course. Unfortunately, we can only cover one at the same time.
When can we finally clone ourselves to make the world a better place? More Neo, more Remo, more good.
So, if we should overpopulate the world with a certain
Ourselves.
set of genes, it should be ours.
It should definitely be ours. And you know,
not Einstein or Martin Luther King, just us.
Yeah, one or two, but I mean, it is way more important to cast Warcraft games than
True.
think about time and physics and stuff. I mean, you gotta set your priorities.
Big true. So off we go. On the left side, we have Yumiko in our yellow color. Is he gonna fast expand here?
Is he
I
playing
would
Mountain King?
sort
That's
of
the question.
assume so. Oh yeah, true.
We haven't seen an MK yet, but this map kind of made for it. Yumiko loves the MK. We mentioned this at the beginning of the series, and on Northern Isles, if you want to play fast expansion, not the greatest hero, but on Echo, you can definitely do it. But no, he sticks to the Archmage.
Did you hear that story, by the way, about So Sorry Man, like Bidoo
No.
and So Sorry Man?
No.
He also mentioned that yesterday, where So Sorry Man in Anaheim, he ordered something and it was only fries, surprisingly, and Bidoo told him, "Dude, you know there's actually good food here. You just don't have to get only like crappy fries." And then So Sorry Man said, "I know you did. I have like allergies, so I can only have like fries, you know. So, and he made that into a meme, repeating that nonstop for like 4 months on the stream. I can only have like fries, you know. So.
Oh, poor soul. I'm very sorry for him.
Oh, he's such a nice guy.
He is.
SSM.
Soul Glider and SSM, they are a very good fit.
But Soul Glider wasn't at Anaheim, was he?
No, he wasn't. Busy creating games and stuff.
A player's forces
Party
are under attack.
games.
Alright, Shadow Priest for Yumiko. Lin Guagua tried to interrupt this. Didn't work out that well.
Dude, I'm having crazy lags.
That is very unfortunate. I'm feeling very sorry. I wish I could share my connection with you so we have a better experience.
Yeah,
But-
just share your routing with me 50-50. Give me some of your routing, please.
Sure, I just have to like wrap it up and send it to you.
Just send it to me via Dropbox. It's fine.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's better for you, sometimes it's better for me. Like, internet is a weird thing. And connections, and routing and all. We should just move in
A player's forces
with each
are
other.
under attack.
The back to
be a good idea.
Warcraft shared flat.
That would not be a good idea. Shadow
Once
Priest
again,
early
I
here,
was
by the way. This makes a big difference on this map.
Yes.
A lot of orcs have been trying to snipe it early by sending over a scout peon, getting the Shadow Priest, having to dispel quickly against elementals. Guagua decided not to do this. He's still at the Merc camp. He wants to go for the Berserker, maybe? Does he? I think so.
With 3 minutes 30 into the game, we have the tech almost finished by Lin Guagua and Yumiko, neither teching nor starting this expand. This is a very, very passive tier 1, and he got the Berserker, Lin
Player's
Guagua did.
forces are under attack.
And if he goes for a Panda second again, there is so much aggressive potential here.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
least the expansion is easy to creep. AM got all the experience so far. Big asset. Goes to the AM here as well. Almost level 3 already.
Okay, that's the big plus for Yumiko in this map. On this map, he goes for TC. He trying the shockwave play again?
Shockwave!
I mean, he's gonna have plenty of time to level the TC and then go for attack.
2 footies, immediately sent onto the Berserker. Pretty nice job. You want to keep pressure on that unit. Does tons of damage for the early game, that is. So yeah, forcing that away is good. And honestly, it's not even that many footies, peasants, I mean, going down. 2
Player's
towers
forces are under attack.
before Expo.
Likes a lot of the rings, I guess.
Is he afraid of the Wyvern or something? Well, he should be because it's double bestiary
Yep.
coming up. But
Could
they could also
still
just
be-
be raiders.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty hard to say what's up now. But he went 2 towers before Town Hall, so starts this at like around the 5-minute mark, which is really late. Also, his
Yeah.
tier 2 tag's gonna be so late.
A player's forces are under
Very
attack.
lumber expensive.
A town is under siege.
Guagua so far kept everything alive. Now wants to be left alone a little bit. Heal self up. But again, this might be the window where with a level 2 AM, Yumiko wants to pressure, wants to slow down the orc. But very quickly we're gonna have Ensnare here, and then plenty of human units might start dying again.
Yeah, we're close to level 3. Would love to have level 3 for the Water Elemental Harass now. Burros could be kind of exposed, but he can't cancel the production buildings anymore. This is a little late. I feel like Yumiko's game plan on game 1 was really, really good. On map 2, it's like, yeah, that's what humans do, but I don't really like it too much. Here, it all feels so slow and not really hitting the timings anymore.
He's still far away from attack. He's making the lumber mill here to help with the lumber, but he's still basically lumber broke at only 60.
Typical human problems, even earlier now. So no Wyvern, it's
A player's
Ensnare
forces
and
are
Pillage,
under
and that's the typical Lin Guagua play.
Alright, boys. Let's get ready for some base lane. Is he expanding behind that is the question? We don't have a peon coming down yet. I guess first he wants to get up to a scary raider count, which can easily threaten the human everywhere. AM level 3 is gonna help. Water elementals are okay. And
Also-
Mud Golem could be nice.
Exactly. Opening up the mercenary camp. Also Mauler, I feel, can be pretty good. At least looks scary. Might threaten the... Oh, was it a last hit here? Not too sure. Could threaten the raiders a little. But yeah, Muddy against run-bys is excellent if he stays alive for a bit. So let's spam this Berserker up for grabs. 5 seconds. Yumiko, 400 gold. What's he gonna get? Eminem?
A player's forces are under
Nothing? Is that 70 lumber only?
Thank you, Manic Twig, with a 13-month resub. Tier 3!
Wow!
Resub. Thank you, bro.
That's amazing, man. Thank you very much. Tier 3 subs, really, really, really rare.
The God sub!
God tier sub indeed. Chat is saying we should build a Back to Warcraft Academy. What could we possibly teach people?
Funnel drinking.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's true. We got 6 raiders and the TC, and dude, once again, it is Shockwaver!
Exactly the kind of game that Guagua likes. How much is Yumiko gonna like this kind of game is the question. It is a decent kind of wall off in front of the town hall, so it's not so easy to snipe that one. But the altar is certainly exposed, and the tower's not ready yet. One about to finish.
Do you see Lin Guagua? What a player he is. He goes for the first raider attack and he has pillage already researched. I feel like this never happens for Orc players. They kind of forget about it and research it during the first attack. But no, he gets tons of gold. He's doing tons of damage. He's still got a mana potion. This is huge structural damage. This is the town hall gone, and the tech was so late anyway. And now it's even later. This seems unwinnable for Yumiko at this point.
You can just kill the AM. He's got 1,000,000 ensnares.
Yeah,
Oh, the Farseer gets surrounded as well, though.
Dead he is. Invo potion on the Archmage. Will he just go for a trade? Was only level 1 Farseer. Keeps the surround close. Heal scroll again already used. Level 4 doesn't help him very much. Bye-bye, old man. Can he?
Oh, is he gonna surround him as well? Oh my god! We're playing StarCraft now, boys.
All heroes dead.
That's pretty funny. The Farseer is gonna be back in no time, though. He was only level 1, right? Yeah. And now we race to the tavern.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What a game. Really happy we picked this series. Water Metal expire. Yumiko down to 42 supply. His expo is looking good, but yeah, the main is down and he's still short on lumber.
Yeah, if he had been able to set up some sanctums at least before the main goes down, then I would say maybe, but
Yeah.
he's just back in the freaking Stone Ages.
Is there multiple Stone Ages?
I guess not. I guess there's only one.
Huh.
Ice Ages, there's multiple. When do you think we're gonna have the next Ice Age? You looking forward to that?
Far away, far away. First things have to, things are heating up, right? So.
Ah, yeah, first we're gonna melt the poles.
Yeah, I forgot. We got global warming.
I mean, we're unsure. It's just a theory, Neo.
Yeah, sure. Oh, dude. Here we go again! How much mana do we have? Not too much, so no shockwave. But Yumiko is soon to be supply stuck if this continues.
So many ensnares flying, so many kills.
Oh, he brought 2 mana potions! So smart!
Mana potion!
He's still in range of the arcane. So Yumiko, with what can you even respond?
Where's the AM?
Oh,
Needs to come back.
shockwave! Quad kill.
Oh, 2 raiders trapped though. Those should be going down, of course. There's a severe lack of healing in this orc army.
Who needs healing if you have damage? He's losing 9 supply right here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Little bit of goofiness in this play. Archmage is coming to the rescue now. Oh, that shockwave wasn't too great actually.
He's got a second one. If he doesn't get burned.
He's getting burned.
Shockwave!
Swoop. Okay. More peasant kills. Oh my god, it's so many units dead here.
Yumi is still alive though.
Yep, with 27 supply only.
I'd love to know how much pillage money he got this game.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, AM.
We've seen this before. GG!
Alright. GG.
Yumiko in the lower bracket, and once again, Lin Guagua proves that he is one of the best Raider run-by players in the game. Cool series, man. Love the series.
That was
And
a lot of fun.
Lin
Did you have fun,
Guagua,
Neo?
I had a lot of fun. Lin Guagua winning, my boy! So he's advancing into the winner bracket quarterfinal, 1 round away from playing the main event here at DreamHack Fall once again. And his opponent is either going to be Ro16 or Pink.
It's apparently pink, is what the grid is telling us.
Wow.
Who apparently defeated Shishi 2-0.
That is a little bit surprising to me.
Okay.
17-year-old Pink. Shishi did
1-2-0.
Shishi looked quite good at WCG. But yeah, couldn't follow this up here. Pink too strong. We take a look at the bracket. What other result do we have? Cini 2-0's colorful.
What?
Unbelievable.
What? What's happening in Night of Mirror at the moment?
It's weird, right? Yumiko. Foggy defeating Moon.
Yeah.
Cini defeating Colorful. Crazy. Michael defeats Shao Kai with 2-0. Pink defeats, as we said, Ro16. And now, Lin Guagua versus Pink is gonna be our next game. We're gonna go there after a little break. Feel free to use that time in the break to check out our stream description, where you can find all the links to our socials, all the ways to support us, and of course our schedule as well. Next week's gonna be packed. We got WCG, we got ESL Meisterschaft coming back, and Remo Cup, and a couple of other things. So stay tuned and spread the word about DreamHack Fall Close Qualifiers.